Shout out to MOB Music Fest.
Mobile Music Fest. Welcome to the Mobile Music Fest.
We're having a great time here at the Mobile Music Fest.
Beautiful city, everybody should come.
Welcome to Mobile Music Fest.
The MOB Music Fest virtual experience, July 10th through 12th, online. Log on to mobmusicfest.com. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the 3rd annual MOB Music Fest, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. daily on mobmusicfest.com. We're celebrating performing arts, and oh yeah, don't forget MOB versus everybody.
To the MOB Music Fest virtual experience, celebrating performing arts. I am your host, Nina Ross. Make sure you check us out on social media at MOB Music Fest and enjoy the show.
Y'all know that he's faithful. I know it, brother. That he's what? I know it, brother. Y'all got faith? Yeah, we got faith, y'all. Said I could reach my oh, and I conquer in my soul. The devil is a liar. I run away. Said I got treasure. I make time for what I want. I choose my priorities. And Jesus, you're my number one. Will make room for you. I will prepare for two. Don't feel that you can't live here. Please live with me. Never be defeated. The next song we're going to do is called We Win. Right now we're fighting the so we want y'all to go with us, y'all know that he's faithful? I know it, brother. That he's what? I know it, brother. Y'all got faith? Yeah, we got faith, y'all. Said I could reach my oh, and a conqueror in my soul. The devil is in my cry. I run away. Said I got
Welcome to the third annual MOB Music Fest virtual experience celebrating performing arts. I am your host, Nina Ross. Thank you for tuning in with us. Today we have a very special guest. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful, and you are a pastor, correct?
Messing up my street credibility, but yes.
Pastor Marlon Jones in the house, y'all. He said he's a fool, so I'm in for something with this interview here. Tell everybody about yourself.
Well, I'm Marlon Jones, born and raised in good Huntsville, Alabama. Went to study music at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Served as minister of music for a couple of large churches in Pittsburgh and North Carolina. And now I'm pastoring Franklin Street Baptist Church here in Mobile and serve as the executive director of 100 Black Men of Great Mobile.
The executive director of 100 Black Men. Did I say that correct? 100. Is it now? Are there more than 100 Black men in there?
We have like 50 or 60, but it's a national organization.
Is it?
And the goal is to mentor children and provide education, economic development, and health and wellness awareness to the community.
How do you like doing that?
I enjoy it. It gives me something to get up, eat for each day, along with pastoring. So.
Awesome. And everything's going good over at Franklin Street?
It's growing. It's growing. You know, COVID has created some changes, and so now we're always on TV streaming. So
That's what I was thinking too, because I know my church, we do on Facebook Live.
Right.
So how is that going as far as, the stream, just the differences?
Well, it's good. Like I said, coming from a larger setting, I'm used to it. However, it's been an adjustment for my congregation because it's kind of new to some of the elderly saints. But for the young saints, they're helping grandmama out. It's creating community in a new way.
Yeah, I can imagine, the elders are a little frustrated, because they'll click and they'll click again and they're going to click again before it even loads.
Then they call you pastor.
Pastor?
As they call you grandbaby,
Oh man, so talk to me about more of what you have going on in the community. Do you have anything going on in the community right now?
Mainly my focus is pretty much with 100 Black Men. We are focusing on hopefully trying to give $100,000 worth of scholarships this year to students to go to college. And that's one of our biggest focuses right now. With the schools being closed, we're trying to figure out how to revamp ourselves as far as our mentoring programs. But we do have a Saturday Academy in which we spend a lot of time with some young people who are right there on the edge of greatness, and so trying to polish them up for the world.
How's that Saturday Academy going? Like, what would you say is like one of the best experiences that you have with that?
One, I think it's just seeing the potential or seeing the children grow. We've been doing that program for about 5 years, seeing the growth in the young people from when they're starting high school or middle school, and seeing how they grow as human beings, and seeing how they interact with the world and becoming professional, and just their contact and being able to just even sit down and have an interview.
Yeah.
When at first they're nervous and scared about just being a kid, and so just seeing them mature.
You're grooming them.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
grooming them into life, into adulthood.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Teaching them the real world, things that we never kind of learned about taxes and democracy, and you have to pay bills. You have to get up and go to work and pay bills, and most of your money, is going to go to bills. Yeah.
They don't teach that in school.
Absolutely.
I tell you, when I was in school, I thought, I'm not going to tell you what I thought.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
It definitely is not how it's going right now,
Absolutely.
Got to get up in the morning and do things that I wasn't planning on doing when I was younger.
Well, see, that's the artist in me. One of the things about any job I take, I have to have flexibility in my hours.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the artist in me. I'm still a night hawk. Sometimes you can find me producing and just at night, and that's just. So as an artist, you always have to have flexibility.
Producing. So tell me about that. What are you?
Well, see, now
as
I'm
an
retired.
artist.
I'm retired.
No,
I'm a
let's
retired
talk
artist.
about it, though. Let's talk about it.
A couple of jazz tracks, hip hop tracks. Still do marching band arrangements for several HBCUs, especially the drumline cadences. Some of those you've heard. Alabama A&M, Alabama State have performed some of my music.
Awesome. That's really good to know. Well, I mean,
messing up my street credibility now.
hey, we're gonna revamp you all the way on this interview.
No, I'm a pastor now. So.
So when we touch base on grooming the kids into adulthood, and even just showing them and trying to show them what to expect in life, and not even just financially, not even just the bills and you know, your credit score and the stock market or whatever, what may have you, right? What about life? The things that are going on in this world today, the social injustices, you know, even with like the Black Lives Matter movement, do you have anything that you would want to share with our viewers on that?
Let me start off first by saying, you know, my views are not necessarily the views of the 100 Black Men or Franklin Street. They're my personal views. But I'm a father of 2 young black boys. And so the reality of what's going on now, after having conversations with their grandfather who marched back in 64 and 65, matter of fact, his toe was smashed because he was beat for marching. To have those conversations and see what's going on now with my 14-year-old and my 8-year-old and my dad having those conversations about life, that life is different simply because of the color of your skin, and that the challenges that you have are simply different. And so we're trying to teach my kids, the kids at the church, the kids at the 100 Black Men, that yes, you can go out there and protest for your rights. Yes, you have a right to protest, but also know how to, when you're invited to the table, when you go to the table, how to present yourself and to present your case, rather than just protesting that we're being, that we have injustices. What are the action steps to help fight those injustices? How do we tear down this racism? How do we tear down the policies that need to be reformed? How do we address, even how do you make it home alive when police stop you? You know?
Yeah.
And so we have these serious conversations, not only about, you know, in life and streets, but even in school. You know, you know what happens when you're picked up on by a teacher, because kids are quick to say that teacher doesn't like me. But as a former educator as well, I've also have been in circles of teachers, yeah, they really don't like a kid, whether, you know, based on their skin color, their socioeconomic status. And so how do you give kids the skills, first of all, to survive?
To survive, yes.
And one of the things that I say all the time, especially at church, especially for me as a black man and for my black sons, it's a blessing to wake up, but it's even more a blessing to make it home alive.
Yes.
And so,
absolutely, I agree.
So that's where we are. So we try to teach them the realities, but also understand that what we're facing now is historic. It's ground, you know, it just didn't start. I support them in protesting. I'm too old to get out and march. I'm too kind of heavy nowadays in the sun. You know, the bacon grease bleeds out. So using my pocketbook and also my ability to mentor and counsel and advocate. Yeah, it's okay to go out there and march. Don't go out there looting. Don't go out there, you know, causing violence.
You have to be smart about it.
But while you're out there marching, understand that I'm at the table with the mayor. I'm on conference calls with the governor. And so I hear your voice, and I'm able to communicate that it's time out for talking, but it's time for action.
Absolutely. I like that. I like the fact that you want to show them the proper way to do things, because there is a proper way to do things. Because, you know, sometimes, you know, I can understand we're angry, you know, and we have a right to be angry. Right. But at the same time, you have to be smart. You have to be 2 steps ahead and think, what is going to happen with my actions if I do, you know, if I throw that chair across, you know, across the street at a car.
Correct.
You know, you have to think about those actions. Now, yeah, you're trying to make a point. However, you can make the point in a different way. Absolutely. You just have to be smart about it. I really adore that. I do. I love that you're instilling that into these kids, because it's unfortunately a matter of life or death at this point, you know, with your actions.
Absolutely. And I'm kind of going to piggyback on what I was telling you, you know, to see my grandfather, my father talk to his kids as a grandfather, saying he never thought things would be worse than they were in 1964. Again, they've seen this whole history cycle. And the fact that he made it through alive, and now trying to communicate that to, like I said, his grandkids, and even some of the kids at church, it's like, it's eye-opening. Because one thing that I always stress is that our generation really didn't have a struggle, because we were able to stand on the shoulders of those who did fight. Yes, we endured some things, especially at the University of Alabama. I endured some things that no man should endure. Trust me. Matter of fact, I was told I would never graduate from the music program my freshman year, simply because of the color of my skin. And that's a whole other story. But to see our kids now just, you know, out there, they're being vocal. They're advocating for themselves. They're advocating for future generations. They're advocating for the past. And I think it's wonderful what they're doing. Like I said, the peaceful piece, because now we have everybody's attention. Things are happening that could not happen in the 60s, that could not happen in the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s, or even the early 2000s, but now they're happening because the young people have mobilized and like I said, doing it right. And we have people at the table who are helping make sure that government has the informed decisions to make the proper reforms. what good is it to give somebody voting rights, but then again you start playing voting games, games with election and polling places.
Yeah.
So that's where we are with it. So.
Well, that's good. And one thing that I do like is not only are the kids these days, I don't want to call them kids, but you know, are the generation now, they're doing what they're doing, but also we have others from other, you know, ethnicities that are stepping up. That's one thing that I really like. It makes me feel some type of way all up in here. You know, I'm a mixed breed, so you know, I'm torn all the time, and just in different situations. But it just makes me feel really good just to see that, you know, not only do you have, you know, you have white people, you have, you know, Italians and French and Germans and whoever, every single shade now, you know, trying to come together in a sense and say, you know, this is wrong. And so it's not about, you know, it's wrong, right is right, wrong is wrong. You get what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's just take it. So we've been crying Black Lives Matter for several years now. And understanding Black Lives Matter is not saying that all lives do not matter. It's sort of like the passage in Scripture when Jesus, there's 99, and Jesus talks about leaving the 99 sheep to go after the one that's lost.
The one.
That's what Black Lives Matter kind of means.
And I say the same thing. It's Black Lives Matter too.
Yeah.
That's what it is, you know.
And so here's the thing about this, though, this particular piece. It was one thing when we saw, you know, hear about the Trayvon Martins and we see the Tamir Rices. It's one thing to see those them get shot. It's instant, it's quick, it's fast. But when George Floyd died, that was 8 minutes and 46 seconds. And if you're a human being, that pricked your heart. I don't care if you're racist. I don't care if you're red, white, yellow, blue, purple.
Yeah.
The humanity of seeing somebody's life leave, and a grown man. I mean, my mama's still alive. Thank you. But I've only probably had to call on her when I was in true pain as a child. But to see a grown man cry out and pour out his soul for a mother that's gone, that's already passed away, and yet the humanity of an officer, and all officers are not bad, because we need the police. Let me say that, because we need the police. Because you come in my house, you're gonna hope they get to you before I do. I told you I'm working on my salvation. But to see the humanity of this man leave out, and to see the excrements of his body laying on the ground as he's gasping and taking his last breath because someone has their knee on their neck, cutting off their life. You know, that reached the heart and soul of everybody.
It did.
And so that's what I think brought everybody together.
Yeah.
That now we see it. We see the injustice. We see people are being treated different. So now we must do something. We must be a voice. And like I said, it's a beautiful thing to get a glimpse of heaven when all of God's children are coming together fighting for justice.
I like that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Do you have anything else that you need to speak on?
I think we're good.
Man, because I mean...
If you want to ask a question,
but he
I'll pray for an answer.
He warned me. He said, we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about it. Man, well, I do appreciate you. Well, I want to make sure that our viewers know where they can find you.
Okay. You can find us at franklinstreet.org, www.franklinstreet.org, or on Facebook at FSBC Mobile.
All right. You heard her right there, Pastor Marlon Jones in the house. Thank you so much for tuning in to the 3rd annual MOB Music Fest virtual experience.
Cause you are the reason, you are the reason, yeah. Cause you got up, say you got up yourself, hey, a righteousness falls every time that you get up, so I can get up again, so I can get up again, so you got up, so I can get up again. Righteousness falls every time I leave. So I can get up again. See you. get up again. When I was down and out, Lord, you got up so I could get up again. Father, when I couldn't see my way through, you got up so I could get up again. Yeah. And you move mountains. Yeah. You cause walls to fall with your power. Yeah. You perform miracles, and there is nothing that's impossible. And we're standing here only because you move mountains. Father, you cause walls to fall with your power. You perform miracles. There is nothing. There is nothing. Father, there was nothing. Say there was nothing. Say there was nothing. Standing in your way. Standing in your way. Standing in your way. So there is nothing. That's impossible. We're standing here only because Lord, we're standing here only because I don't know about you, but I'm standing here only because, and we're standing here only because you made a way out of no way, and we're standing here only because you opened doors, and we're standing here because you made a way out of no way. So you made a way. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You made a way. Look, I know this is a performance, but every now and then you gotta give God something. Because he brought you out of something and he made a way out of no way. I don't know why, but you did it. You made a Father, I don't know why, but you did it. You made a way. I don't know why, but you did it. Come on and lift that up. I don't know why, but you did it. You made a way. I don't know why, but you did it. You made a way. I don't know why, but you did it. You made a way. I don't know why, but you did it. You made a way. I don't know why, but you did it. enter into the heart of man. What you're going to do for us. So, Father, we just take this moment right now to say thank you. Father, we love you. We worship you. We adore you. We magnify you for who you are. Father, because you made a way out of no way. Father, we just want to say that we love you, we worship you, we adore you for who you are, God. We give you all of the glory, Father, and all of the praise. We worship you. So we'll sing this song. And the word says, I love Jesus, and I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, we love you more than anything. Father, we make that declaration on tonight that we love you more than anything. Lord, we love you more than anything. I'm going to say that again. I love Jesus. Lord, I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, yeah, Lord, I love you more than anything. I know that you can't tell God that you love him enough, so I'm going to sing that one more time. For Father, you have done great things, so we declare that we love you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Come on and sing it in. Hallelujah, Lord. So we love you. Oh, sing I love Jesus. With one voice. I worship and adore you. So Father, we just want to sing. Just want to say, Lord, that I love you more than anything. We're going to lift that up one more time with one voice. From the fruit of our lips with the declaration of our heart. Sing, I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you. Yeah, I love you, Jesus. And I worship you and adore you. I worship you. Lord, we just want to tell you. Just want to tell you. Lord, I love more than anything. Sing that again. Oh, sing I love you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus. Father, I worship you and adore you. I worship you. Lord, I just want to make the declaration right now, Jesus. Lord, I love you more than anything. So Mark, if you would, go ahead and make that declaration unto him. I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything. Come on, let's sing that one more time for me. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything. Leah, go ahead and make your declaration unto him. I love you, Jesus. I worship and adore you. Just want to tell you, Lord, I love you more than anything. Oh Lord, I love you more than anything. Yeah, yeah. More than anything. Oh Lord, I love you more than anything. More than anything. Oh Jesus, I love you more than anything. More than anything. Lord, I love you more than anything. More than anything. Oh Jesus, I love you more than anything. More than anything. Lord, I love you more than anything. More than anything. Lord, there's absolutely nothing else that we love more than you, God. Not our jobs, our finances, our money, our situations. Father, we say that we love you more than anything. We declare that we love you more than anything. And we thank you. Mobile, we love you. Thank you for having us on tonight.
Welcome to the MOB Music Fest virtual experience celebrating performing arts. I am your host, Nina Ross. Thank you for tuning in. We have the lovely visual artist, Mary Elizabeth Kimbrough. How are you today?
I'm great, Nina. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good.
You know, just trying to take it day by day. How
I
about
hear
you?
Absolutely.
How's everything been treating you as far as 2020, just as a whole?
Well, I was going to have this fabulous year. I had all this art shows excited, going that I was involved in, big shows, the biggest year ever of my career as an artist. And then I was going to go to France.
Oh, wow.
And then boom, we got COVIDed.
COVIDed. I like that.
I'm trying to make the
COVIDed.
best of it, though.
Do you plan on going to France after this?
Well, we still have our tickets, so we hope that we can go maybe next year.
That'd be awesome.
That's what we're hoping.
There's a lot of beautiful art in France.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I was really looking forward to it. I was going with my family, and then they were leaving, and then I was going to stay and visit friends who were renting a house there. And, I was so excited.
Oh, man.
But it's okay. I'm still here.
It's definitely okay, because it's going to happen.
It's going to.
Because 2021 is going to come in like the savior
It's going to be better. Yes.
So tell us a little bit about yourself as an artist.
Okay, I'm a two-dimensional artist, a painter, a printmaker, drawing, what I call flat art. And I work as an artist, paint. I'm represented by Sophiella Gallery, which is in downtown Mobile. You should all check it out. It's a fantastic, beautiful space in our downtown, and it has local and regional artists. It's really high quality work, and just a beautiful space, not just for seeing art. You can have a party there. In fact, I was going to have my birthday party there.
Oh.
Because I had a milestone birthday this year, just a month ago about.
Well, happy birthday.
Well, thank you. So I was going to have a big party there. Anyway, so I paint and do my art. I also teach at Bishop State, and I'm an art teacher there, and have been there for over 20 years now. And I have had to change my teaching method, of course, and it's not that easy to teach visual art online.
I can imagine. So tell us a little bit about that. With teaching at Bishop State. Tell me about. Well, let's talk about the difference now.
Okay.
What are the major changes that took place?
Well, the major change is really not having a face-to-face exchange with your students, because that's such a powerful part of what I do, and I enjoy that part so much because I like getting to know everybody. And then, of course, if we're doing a project or a painting, you can actually interact.
Absolutely.
Then I had to go to online, and I had to start making videos and tutorials, and the students had to learn how to, show me what they were doing virtually, and it was a learning curve for all of us. But we did okay, I think we did all right, and now, of course, I'm teaching in the summer in the same way. I don't know what'll happen in the fall, but it's just a new way of doing things, It's like you're still communicating with people, which is what the arts do, whether it's visual art, music, drama, dance. But you're just communicating with them in a different way.
Yeah.
So it's,
And I can imagine the barriers, definitely. You know, when I think of art, I think of, you know, like you said, two-dimensional art, and we have paintings, but we also have sculptures and we have texture.
Sure.
You know, you can't experience the texture,
No.
you know, through the video.
No.
You know, you can't experience, you know, the full experience
Exactly.
of the artwork through
Yes.
a video.
Yes.
But, you know, one thing for sure is, I know I'm grateful about the fact that had this had happened a decade ago,
Absolutely.
the technology that we have today, like, would we have been able to, I'm sure we would have been able to, I'm sure we would have came up with something.
Right,
But
right.
would we be able to do what we're doing now a decade ago?
No, not at all. And I have to say that learning the new stuff, like learning how to make these videos, showing people how to make stuff and do things, has been really fun and challenging for me. So that really kept me occupied all during my spring teaching time. That, and I was doing a lot of art. It's a good time if you're an artist, no matter what kind of artist you are, to just do work that you want to do. You know, say, well, I don't have to, this doesn't necessarily have to go out for sale. If I want to do some experimental work or just see what happens, you know, this is a great time for that. And so I've enjoyed that part of it, I have to say. You know, I've done the best I can to make the best of it for me and for my students.
Now, with the tutorials that you've been learning to do, have you thought about doing a YouTube video, a YouTube channel for that?
I really have. Since I've been working this way, I've never been able to really have the idea of how you would learn visual arts without being with the people, because that's so much part of my training. But I think now I could do it, because people love to do that, especially now when there's not that much for anybody to do. I think that's really something that I'm trying to concentrate on. I've got some really young people that are going to help me with my technology.
Yeah, I totally think you should do it. I totally think you should do the YouTube channel.
I'm going to try.
You know, and just target it towards tutorials.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. I'm a frustrated talk show host, so you know, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm up for it.
Awesome. So tell us about, I want to know what was one of your most memorable experiences, you know, dealing with art, you know, whether it's with Bishop or the art gallery.
Yeah. You know, at Bishop, I've had really great experiences kind of mentoring students. And some of my students have become artists. They're out in this community. A girl named Jessica Maples. I taught a guy named, I think he goes by Kanzi 2000.
I know Kanzi.
You know Kanzi. I taught Kanzi when he was in middle school, because I used to teach at Dunbar. I have a student that I taught that's become a really successful cartoonist. I have two students that I taught that were going to be doctors, and unfortunately, they fell in love with art. But they both became doctorates of art history, and even better, they both have jobs, which is almost an impossibility. So all those interactions with my students over the years have been great, and you make wonderful friends. I've done a lot of commercial work as an artist. I've done album covers. I've done a lot of advertising and illustration work. I had a line of ceramic products that I designed long ago and licensed, and they were sold all over the place. Made them in China, of course. But so I've had lots of experiences as an artist, and they've all been really enriched by the people I've met, the other artists that I've worked with, people like the people here at the Arts Council. So it's a very rich life, in fact. And my brother's a musician, so I know a lot of musicians as well. You're never bored. You're never bored.
Oh yeah,
if you do this kind of thing.
And you're never doing the same thing.
No,
I'm sure.
no.
You know, I think, you know, with our it's inspired anyways. Each piece is inspired. So
Yes.
depending on what you're going through,
Right.
you know, in life, and maybe what phase you're dealing with at the time,
Right.
you know, your artwork will speak for itself. And it's pretty cool if you would ever to like go into a art gallery and see like a chronological timeline
Oh,
of
yeah.
somebody's artwork,
Yes.
and to see the different phases of a person's life
Exactly.
and their emotions,
Exactly.
and it's all right there in the
Yeah.
artwork.
That's it. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, awesome. You want to tell everybody where they can find you? I want to check out your artwork.
Okay, I have I'm on the website of Sophie Ella Gallery, which is a wonderful website. She has all my work up there. I have a Facebook page called Mary Elizabeth Kimbrough Visual Artist. I have an Instagram page, Mary Elizabeth Kimbrough, and I have a website that is there, but it's needs some work, but it's there. So that's where you can find me.
Awesome. Well,
And-
yeah, definitely. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Yes.
I'm so glad you were able to come through and hang out with us at the
Yeah.
MOB Music Fest.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
that's exciting.
Absolutely. Well, Mary Elizabeth Kimbrough,
Mhm.
the longest name ever, as she says. Thank you so much for coming through.
Oh, thank y'all so much for having me. I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you. Stay tuned. More to come. MOB Music Fest virtual experience.
Deliverance. I come to you again, but this time, this is a dispassionate mention. I don't know how I should feel, happy, sad, or indifferent. I stand before you, but my head is no longer bowed, head toward heaven, like I'm here. So what we gonna do now? I was told once, in your prayers, be specific. I can talk to you, because I know you'll truly listen. I aim to show the world how you can change a man. But see, that's just it. You are not in control of this part of the plan. You are in the way. When I heard it, I immediately froze. I stopped breathing for a second. I was absolutely blown. He kept talking because I was speechless, absent for a minute, like my soul went missing. This is not a punishment, my son, but a growth period for you. Sit down, take rest, so you can see what I'm about to do. You asked me to show the world that it was me that could change you. But in your love for me, there are some things that you're gonna have to go through. I can't honor your prayer because you keep trying to fix it. Don't speak right now. I need you to listen. You are greater than earthly things. You are a king, birthright of all things eternal. Yes, everything. See, I had to sit you down. I had to tie your hands. I know it's out of your control, and that's part of my plan. I blessed you in poetry, and you stunted your growth. But now I can use you. Now you can let the people know. You asked me to show you how to love. Yeah, I heard that one too. I answered that prayer, but your distractions wouldn't let me through. The people in your life, they were placed there for a reason. To show you how to love. Let me talk to y'all this evening. You had to see it, so I gave you some examples. They love you for real, although you're a bit much to handle. Trust the process, my son. and stopped bucking against them. Then it was over. I no longer had to listen. And then it occurred to me. See, all the while, I was praying for deliverance, see? And I never stopped to realize that he holds the world's key, and he already delivered me.
I'll see you next lifetime. So, I've been given the task of writing a love poem, and my mind went blank for a while. My eyes turned to the home screen of my phone, and there he was, a 5'9" chocolate teddy bear, my own personal M'Baku who fights for me even in my dreams. The fire in his eyes, broad, proud nose, plump, kissable lips, and perfect smile transferred me to another place. Another lifetime where we became butterflies flirting in the morning light in Nigeria, wings slightly brushing up against one another ever so innocently. We came back to life sometime later as penguins in Antarctica. Upon first glance, we were in love for life. In a crowd of thousands, he always knew exactly who I was. We were reincarnated into sequoias, standing tall and strong next to each other in Yellowstone, where sightseers marveled at our beauty. We flourished in Louisiana rice fields to later become a source of nourishment to many. He wooed me on the grounds of the Taj Mahal as peacocks, spreading his gorgeous, colorful plumes. The next day, we were raindrops saturating the Sahara Desert. I blinked, and he was a Siberian husky nipping away at my paws, his eyes bright and playful as we frolicked through the snow. In Kenya, we were giraffes. He brought a tasty branch down to me so I could eat. He's always been such a perfect gentleman. His smile is brighter than 1,000 sunrises over the Serengeti. I get higher than skyscrapers in Dubai when he touches me. He cries tears of pure joy, filling the Mississippi to the brim every time we embrace. Tectonic plates shift and buckle in California whenever we make love. This ain't even a love poem anymore. This is a love story just waiting to be told. When I look into his eyes, he doesn't even know how to speak into my soul. I'm honesty and awe from the beauty of it all. He is modest, virtually unable to accept a compliment. See, he's the kind of fine that don't know he fine. I store my favorite pictures of him and exhale whenever I flip through his folder. He is my muse, my Dr. Feelgood, my motivator to keep pushing when all is lost and my heart is low. Even when he makes me mad, it doesn't last long. But one of these days, I'm gonna be all up on him like white on rice, and the rest of the world will stare as we take that first dance, rock that first mic, and show the crowd how important, necessary, and intense Black love really is. To say I'll see you next lifetime is an understatement. There's an entire universe left waiting for us to explore.
Hello, MOB Music Fest. We are Pickhead Militia. I am Goff. To my right is Drummy, and to your left is Bobla. We may seem understaffed today, but don't take it simple. We can still launch a serious counterattack. All right? We're glad you're joining us on the MOB Music Fest. It's really the best thing in town. All right? This is Pickhead Militia. We're not going to waste time. We're going to pay tribute to the fallen soldiers first and foremost. Why the fallen soldiers? Because we're talking about our ancestors. Not necessarily the ones in Iraq or Afghanistan, but we're talking about our direct ancestors. Mothers who fought and lost their battle before they could see the fulfillment of their works. All right? So, women like Lucille, women like Mother Bird, women like Miss Tiny, real fallen soldiers. Respect. Present arms. All together now. Yeah. We're gonna sing along. I said yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, you're my body and soul. Yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, Jah bless your weary soul. Come on, yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve your goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, your mind, body, and soul. Yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, Jah bless your weary soul. She always had to know now where the kids were every night. Sometimes she had to work late when things were kinda tight. No lack of discretion to threaten her home life. And if she did you wrong, she tried her best just to make it right. So yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, your mind, body, and soul. Yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, Jah bless your weary soul. The kids are all grown up, and your son has taken a wife. Your daughters, they're doing well, living successful lives. You invested your sweat and tears, and now it's blossoming life. And if you were here, my dear, I know your heart would beam with pride. So yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, your mind, body, and soul. Yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, Jah bless your weary soul. Yeah. Now we salute our ancestors with the ancestor dance. You wanna see it? Yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve your goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, your mind, body, and soul. Yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, Jah bless your weary soul. Yes. Now rest. Come on, yes, loyal soldier, you did achieve that goal. Now rest, fallen soldier, jobless, your weary soul. 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 Tribute to our direct ancestors, the fallen mothers. You know, they work hard for their families, right? Now let's switch it because we're gonna do a tribute to some different soldiers. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of Mobile, we need to support Penelope House. This is our local shelter. They do a very good job, an awesome job taking care of our families who have been abused through domestic violence. So let's give a big shout out to Dr. Catherine Kumanis, also Miss Tony Ann Kumanis Torrance, and to the entire staff of Penelope House. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give our local shelter our support. Remember, there's no excuse for domestic violence, but better yet, they are helping our families. And when it comes to domestic violence, guess what? It's all about me, right? Wasn't I the nicest guy you ever met? Promised that I would love and protect. Then came the hard times. You got me changing my whole rhyme. Now I can see you starting to fret. And these days my mood swings faster than a jet. But now you're in a bind. I've got you walking a tight line. It's all about me. It's all about me. I don't hear what you're saying. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. Who cares what you're feeling? It's all about me. Thought it was a blessing to go to the church, but those blessings now, they seem like a curse. I got the better, you got the worse. This phase in your life you're willing to forget. It seems to be filled with abuse and neglect. Will it get better before I love you to death? It's all about me. It's all about me. 'Cause I don't hear what you're saying. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. I don't care what you're feeling. It's all about me. Well, I'll be ready for Mount Zion guides. Will I be worthy to look in your face? What you put together, I have cast it away. No loving, no caring, no sign of good faith. No kindness, just malice and hate. Still I man must enter through Mount Zion gates. It's all about me. It's all about me. I don't care what you're saying. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. Who cares what you're feeling? It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. Yeah, you know, when it comes to domestic violence, it truly is all about you and me, right? Let's put a stop to domestic violence. It's killing our families and our communities, you know? But now that we have your full attention, your full focus, and most importantly, your trust, listen carefully. You know, a lot of you are out there wondering, you know, you're expecting some money coming in, right? You know, it's COVID relief, unemployment, employment, and you're wondering, well, what should I do with all this money? Don't worry. Listen carefully. Bring it to me, and I will take care of it proper for you. All you have to do is one thing. Just trust me. Well, I'm the smartest man around, and my financial plans are sound. So if you wanna come rule this town, just still listen and don't you make a sound, 'cause you gotta trust me. With a lot of money, you gotta trust me, 'cause you're a dummy. Gotta take your wife to town, but you're nervous 'cause your girlfriend's still around. But I'm the one to play the clown. I'll take the pressure so you can wear your crown, but you gotta trust me. With your side, honey, I say you got to trust me, 'cause you're a dummy. Your last nerve is on attack, since the doctor said that thing is coming back. Now you feel desperate and trapped, but my prayers, man, can turn your mountains flat. But you gotta trust me, first with some money. I say you gotta trust me, 'cause you're a dummy. I say you wanna trust me, you gotta trust me. But can you trust me when you're a dummy? Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. But only if you have a lot of money. You understand? All right. So, if you just bear with me a brief moment. Pardon. Quick switch, and then we've got a special treat for you. So, this is Bob Ross. We've had some inquiries. This is actually a creation of a local luthier named Mr. Bill Kretzer. He was down there in Ocean Springs, you know? And Bob Ross, as you can see, is a counterculture, a cross culture. It's a mixture of Bobcat and Rastafari. You understand? So we have to introduce both, you know, slightly at first anyway. But if you really think about it, ladies and gentlemen, we need some help, all right? We need some help. Myself, Pickhead Militia, and the mayor of this town, we need help. So, for example, if you've been dumped lately, now you're on the up, right? If you've got a divorce, you're bouncing back, you're on the up. What if you just got out of jail? Hey, it's time to bounce back and get on the up, right? So guess what? We need help. Please come help us and the mayor because we need to run this town. So please join us. Now, if you're at home, you got to help me out now, okay? This goes like this. Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Can't hear you now. Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Don't stop now. Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Dum dum diddle dee dip. I wasn't deeper where it's profound. Gotta tread water just not to drown. Now up for higher. Gotta rebound from getting fired, from being a clown. It's getting better. That's why I frown. But if I'm stronger, I will have grown. It's getting better. It's going down. Just like the mayor. Gonna run this town. Hey! Somebody tell me, what time is it? I gotta meet with the council in her cabinet. Will somebody tell me? Don't let me forget. We're gonna run this town without regrets. Come on! Somebody tell me, what time is it? I gotta meet with the council in her cabinet. Will somebody tell me? Please don't let me forget. We're gonna run this town without regrets. Come on! Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Come on now! Dum dum diddle dee dip dee dip. Dum dum diddle dee dip. I'm getting higher. I'm off the ground. I'd rather be here than on the ground. I'm getting higher. I'm upward bound. Before you miss me, I'll be right down. When you can't find me, just look around or go directly somebody tell me, what time is it? I gotta meet with the council in her cabinet. Will somebody tell me, please don't let me forget. We're gonna run this down without regrets. Run this down. Run this town. Run this town. Run this town. Well, somebody tell me, gotta meet with the council in her cabinet. Run this town. We're gonna run this town without regrets. Somebody tell me, don't let me forget. Run this town without regrets. Without regrets. Without regrets. Without regrets. Without regrets. Please come and help us run this town. The man needs some help too, right? All right, so let's turn up the fun factor just a little bit. You know, living here, you know, we have lived and we have worked and we have played music internationally. We all live here in Mobile now. And we have been, you know, not just heavily influenced by local music. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's pay a little picky tribute to one of our favorite composers, artists, musicians, Mr. Curtis Mayfield. You understand? We absolutely love his music. We think he's one of the best ever. So we're going to pay a little, what we call a picky head tribute. We hope you like it. Are you ready? If you're ready, all aboard. There's a train and it's coming. Oh, people get ready. There's a train a-coming. Don't need no baggage to get on board. All you need is faith to hear the diesel humming. Don't need no ticket, just thank the Lord. Why, there's a train that's coming. It's a train that's coming. Show me the train that's coming, people. So people get ready. There's a train to Jordan, picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is the key, open the doors and board now. There's room for all among the love the most. Yeah, there's a train that's coming. It's a train that's coming. Show me the train that's coming, people. Ain't no room for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind to save his own. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. Ain't no hiding place on the kingdom throne. Yeah, there's a train that's coming. It's a train that's coming. Show me the train that's coming, people. Oh, there's a train that's coming. It's a train that's coming. Show me the train that's coming, people. There's a train, and it's leaving. Don't miss the train, you understand? Ladies and gentlemen, really want to thank you. It's been a really special treat. You know, Pickett Militia, we're based here in Mobile, Alabama, and it's been, you know, we've seen unprecedented times, we have to say, right? We're seeing racial violence at unprecedented levels. We're seeing death and illness at unprecedented levels. We're seeing racial division at unprecedented levels. We're seeing racial harmony at levels we've never seen before as well. You understand? So, although there's a lot of division going on, there's unity also happening. People of Mobile, we can't afford. Division leads to weakness. Weakness leads to illness. Illness leads to death. Death can kill a whole nation. Our question is, just how did we all get to this? So how, my people, did we all get to this? And when it's over, will it all be hit or miss? And every 3 days you're gonna hear another twist. But if we keep on sleeping, when we wake it won't exist. So how, my people, did we all get to this? And when it's over, will it all be hit or miss? 'Cause every 3 days you're gonna hear another twist. But if we keep on dreaming, when we wake it won't exist. I said the 100-year flood could not match all the tears that flowed from our eyes throughout the death and despair. And the price that I pay brings profit to a millionaire. Give him his money and him his greed. Watch him buy life for 1,000,000 years. And him his money, give him his greed. Tell him buy life for 1,000,000 years. So how, my people, did we all get to this? And when it's over, will it all be hit or miss? And every 3 days you're gonna hear another twist. But if we keep on sleeping when we wake, it won't exist. When will I be able to hug or to kiss a perfect stranger or someone that I missed? How do I say bye to a friend who's dying from this? But if I keep on dreaming when I wake, it won't exist. And just who's man enough to take all the blame for this? And if it's a woman, does she have an accomplice? And if the price that we pay means just a few profit, and them their money, give them their greed, tell them by life for 1,000,000 years. Give them their money, hand them their greed, watch them by life for 1,000,000 years. But when you challenge their decree, this is what they do and say. Say when you challenge their decree, this is what they do and say. Stare on and on. Yes, they stare on and on, as if to intimidate the sun, and they talk on and on. Yes, they talk on and on, proving that they're not wrong. I tried to find where hope was from. I tried to find where hope was from, but she was long gone. I asked fate to guide me on. I asked fate to guide me on, but she was broken and torn, so we go on and on. Yes, we go on and on. And I say yes, my friend. We they are street again. And I say yes, my friend. Them set we free again. So we go on and on. My people live on and on. Mobile lives on and on. Mobile live on and on. Yes, my people of Mobile, Picket Militia want to just say our lovely thank you for spending this lovely streaming with us. You know, you gotta stay healthy. Gotta stay strong. My people live on and on. Mobile lives on and on. Lovely. Mobile, thank you so much. MOB Music Festival, big up every time. It's been a real pleasure. Picket Militia in the area.
Bye.